Bang, bang, bang. Welcome back, everybody. So we have the Revolt today with all the specs, the things to expect, and how to get your hands on one. So let's talk about first what you would be getting as the full package. So here's one that's connected together. This is the one that was in the promotional video. Obviously been fired since. And you will get a front and a back. And the reason this is in two pieces is quite simply that the machine maximizing the size. So the prototype is going to evolve over the course of time through machinery and then through potentially injection molding to being the full market production of components. So what you'd be getting is a left and a right side and a left and right back. And it attaches like a sandwich. It just goes right over the firearm. And then the right side is where we connect the bolts. And this is also connected through metal joints here. With that being said, I include my ammo rotator, which basically rotates down. You have 5 cycles of backup ammo. 6 are in the cylinder, so you have 5 additional loadouts. That's a really important thing. I wanted to utilize the space. There are magnets that connect these together so it won't fall out, and the ammo will not come out like this. It will simply stay where it's at, and then you rotate down and they fall back into their holes. So that was all done intentionally. So outside of that, let's break down in greater detail the pieces uninstalled. Now there's great testing that went into choosing the material and choosing the material color. So I've narrowed it down to the 2 brands that give me the best results, and I'm using the color codes within those brands. As of now, we have my Desert Tan, the Olive Green, and the Tactical Black, or the Stealth Black. There will be more colors added to the lineup, but I need to print them, fine tune the program, and then go out into the field and do a torture test on that. So this will evolve as we go. In the current stage though, this is printed on a glass bed and it's printed in this orientation, which is very important. So when these pieces mate together, it is perfectly flat. This is kind of how it would go. We have one side that has high quality brass insert nuts. Those are pushed in through a heat press. And then if you notice this hot metal glaze or this shiny glaze, through the process of printing, I had to have temporary supports. Removing those supports, I'm coming back and I'm melting down and smoothing out all those textures and contours with a solder gun. Okay, so I'm melting all that. That's what you're gonna see here. When we get this injection molded, this would be a non-issue. This is just through this prototype phase. But let me demonstrate how easy this would come on. Your firearm would come in just like that. You would cap the top like this. And then the back is even easier. We have the recess cut out for where the handle goes, and you will just plop that right over this. And then from this, the metal bracket connects the 2, making this a really nice solid bond. Minor details from the one that I'm holding in my hand will be the one I'm presenting to you guys, and it'll look closer to this. Let me get you a cleaner looking picture. Okay, so I dump down this lower piece right here, and the reason I do that is I have extensive research proving that the serial number isn't being marked, it isn't being voided, and it isn't being tampered with, that we're simply covering it and it can be removed. But just to be on the safe side, I want to make sure that I'm selling something that is completely non-worry aspect of, hey, here's your serial number. I'm not covering it. We're not trying to hide it. We're not claiming to hide it. So this new mock-up is going to be that, and its functionality doesn't change anything. So that's just something cool that we're adding on for you guys. We have also, we beefed up the backside because I was taking away some material here. I just beefed this up a little bit And then the newest test, we've increased the flow rate from the top to bottom. So as the gases come out, this is actually directing the gases forward. So I'll probably have a little picture up there demonstrating that process. Next on the list is we want to talk about, you get your all the pieces, the bolts. We are using high quality coated M3 bolts. We could have done M4, but M3 gives me the most amount of room in between the components. With the washers and outside of the hardware, it's pretty simple setup. You're just putting this on and screwing it together. What's nice about this design is that you don't have to take the stock off. Once the stock is on, you can keep the stock on and you don't need it to clean. This is basically how I would get this in this state. If you look right here, we have a perfect little cavity that your fingers could reach down in, and you can grab the cylinder release pin. So you would grab your fingers like this, you pull your pin out, and then your cylinder will just come right out through that. Through that, you can clean all of this out, and you can go and clean the barrel and all the other good stuff. So really quickly, that's the generic rundown, and then the setup it's pretty straightforward. So the rotator comes separately like this, and there's just two half radiuses on the negative value of this, and those just simply fall into place. I want to show you really quick some examples online, and from there we can I could kind of explain what I'm really giving to this value here. So we have, this is the Heritage, their brand. This is called their the Rancher Carbine. And you can see right here, this is MSRP at $333. The typical 16-inch Rough Rider with the basic grips, its starting price is at $200. So right there, you're looking at a $130 difference. So for $130, what you're getting, you have a back stock and some nice sights. Okay, so very good gun, very good upgrade. So let's go through Ruger 1022, because that's in size, in scale, something similar to what I'm doing here. So what's the gain of that? You have a $230 stock, $250 stock, you have some cheaper $100 stocks, and what you're gaining is Picatinny rails, maybe adjustable back stock, some more tactical aspects. So right there, you're transforming the weapon into being something a little bit more functional. So what I'm doing is I'm including into this gun onboard ammo storage. So when you're going out with a revolver, you don't have magazines. You're either wearing an ammo pouch, an ammo belt, or you're having like a Velcro ammo storage like this. So between those, you're looking at anywhere from 20 to 30 bucks of gear right there. And then also to convert this revolver tactical, you can do barrel clamps, and again, 20 to 30 bucks depending on what you're doing. If you look at the real estate of how much I give you, I'm basically loading up the whole back. So you could do a sling mount, you could do a monopod, you could do almost like an angled foregrip. So when you're holding the gun like this, you can do vertical grip, angle grip, and your bipod, a laser, a big scope, or a reflex. So you can kind of customize this however you want. And also, since I'm here too, I can talk about the ergonomics of this. The rotator being so clutch is when you're coming from whether it's a sash or like a belt ammo storage, you're reaching down, it's a little more cumbersome, it's more travel with your hands, or especially if you're working from the bench and you're loading a revolver. Everything right here, when you're in this stage, you could easily access that loading door and then rotate this back up. So again, that's a really good speed thing when it comes down to maximizing the potential of this firearm. So outside of controlling all the features and the benefits of that, and the ability to switch it from close range to long range and all that other good stuff in between, let's talk about money. Let's talk about where I'm coming from. I am using higher grade materials, the most expensive 3D print material, and there's still a lot of manual time in the post part of things, putting it all together, assembling and shipping. At this current moment, I'm going to be selling this for $150. So we know just from the basic gun to this is $130. For a whole full stock for Ruger would be, anywhere from $150 to $250. And but yeah, you're getting a lot of this, and as this evolves, you'll be first and forefront of the upgrades, and then if there's any major add-ons, you can get promo codes if you've already purchased this, and there's a newer version. We'll be able to assist and take care of you in that regard. So that's what's cool about this prototype process, is that you get to be a part of this and your feedback and helping this be the best that it can be. Along with that, again, I think the starting point being at 150 is a very fair price. After I do all my work and stuff, it's enough for me to keep the party going, but it's not nearly what it should be. Typically 250 or 200 would probably be a safer zone where I'm like, okay, I'm recuperating all the investments into this, but right now let's keep it promotional. We'll keep it 150. In the description below is how you're going to contact me, because we are currently developing our e-commerce store on our website and other links such as that. So the description is going to be the temporary way I'm taking orders at the moment. And from here, I'm going to be doing additional short updates. It's going to be the performance of the gun on the range. It's going to be more detailed how it was made, and there's going to be a lot of other features and designs of how I came up with my design. What's so special about my design. I can even get into the process and converting from CAD to 3D print. I can get into the process of all the other good stuff. So right now I'm going to wrap it up, and if you have any questions, just hit it down below. Again, we will love to accommodate any of the questions you have, and then request some custom colors, and I'll test them out first and get that thing going. But this is a made to order process right now. So having said all those things, I think we'll wrap it up. But guys, thank you very much for watching, and I really appreciate the support. Until next time, peace out.